Hey guys, what's up? Vicious here. Today we're going to be doing a product review. Finally going to get down to reviewing the triple monitor desk stand that you see in front of you. There's actually only one monitor stand holding all three of these monitors up. The left and right monitors are floating up in the air. So if you have watched some of my other videos, you may recall that I had a setup and first impressions video for this triple monitor stand when I first got it, and that was around Christmas time. A company called MountedConcepts.com had a Christmas giveaway contest, and they were giving away this stand to some lucky people at the Widescreen Gaming Forum, and I was the lucky guy that won it. So I gave them a little shout out, and I showed you guys when I was building it and how I changed my setup from having the 3 desk stands to just the one, and I gave you my first impressions, and I promised I would come back with a full review later. So here we are. That's what we're doing today. This is the full review. Since this is just a triple monitor stand, there's really not a whole lot to say. You kind of know what it does. So I just need to point out any flaws, problems, tell you if I think it's worth buying, and we'll go from there. So let's go with the flaws. None. It has been here for about 4 months. It is still holding up exactly the same as the day I set it up. The monitors haven't flexed even a millimeter. It's incredibly rigid. It showed no signs of wear. I think this thing will probably last forever because it's solid steel construction and it's just so durable and well made. So there's really nothing to fault on the monitor stand. So that brings it to the next point. Is it worth a purchase? And that's the reason why most people that have a dual or triple monitor or higher setup probably don't own something like this. Is just simply because the price is kind of hard to take down. The MSRP on this model, the 100D16B03, is about $270. And if you get the telescoping arms that came with mine, that's another $40. That is more than you probably paid for one of your monitors. Depending on how nice your monitors are, maybe more than you paid for 2 of your monitors. And it can be very hard to justify spending that much money just on a stand. And I totally understand you, and that's why I never had one until I won it in a contest. But now that I've had 4 months with it, let me tell you this. I do think it's worth it now. I freed up a lot of space on my desk. What you see here with my speakers being underneath of the monitor and all this other space behind the monitors, that would have been impossible to do when the original stands were still there. It kind of made the setup look more professional, even though I'm the only one that really ever sees it, except for when you see my setup in a video or a picture because of some reviews I'm doing. But it's nice to come to your desk and just have that there. It's nice to kind of get that feeling. But most importantly was the ergonomics I gained. The original stands that came with these monitors, the Dell U2410s, they had the tilt and swivel and pivot and all that good stuff, but they had a height adjustment, but the height adjustment was not very good. At the maximum height, I was still looking down at the monitors when sitting at the desk, and that's not a very ergonomic situation. You want to be looking, I think, when you're looking straight ahead, you should be looking at the center of your monitor, and that's the way I have it set up right now. And I was not able to do that until I got this triple desk stand, because now I can raise it up as high as I want. It's actually at my eye level, and it can still go another 6 inches higher than what it is right now. So it's definitely got a lot of flexibility. It keeps all your monitors together, so if I decided I want to raise or lower the monitors for some reason, I can do all 3 at once with one adjustment, so it makes adjusting your monitors easier. It does take a little bit of finessing on your initial setup when you want to get your angles that you want to have at what the hinge point is here. Getting those angles set up, especially when you're doing it by yourself like I did, bit of a pain, but that's a one-time deal. And once you've got it set up and you screwed it down nice and tight, it's not going to go anywhere. So the primary benefits of having this: freeing up space on your desk and better ergonomics. So what that comes down to is those 2 main points for me. So think of your setup right now. Do you think that you need better ergonomics, or would you like to have better ergonomics? Do you think you'd like to have more desk space, or do you need more desk space? If any one of those 2 are yes, or both of those are yes, then you should probably start to think about maybe getting one of these in the future. The next thing that I want to say is that oftentimes price and value are looked at as the same thing, and they're not. The price is high at almost $300, but the value is outstanding simply because it's going to be such a long-lasting product. This will probably easily last until I'm dead and in my grave because it's solid steel and it's just not going to go away. It's strong. But say I was being very, very lenient. Say it only lasted 10 years. At $300, we'll round off the 300. In 10 years, that means I only spent $30 a year to have this. That's less than one meal going out to eat. So if you cut one meal a year over the course of 10 years, you could have this. And trust me, coming home every single day when you spend as much time as I do on the computer is so worth it. And so that's where value is totally different than price, because value is how much something is worth when you look at the long-term investment. And the long-term investment on this is really great for both the ergonomics and the space. So I think this is a really great product, since it should work with anybody's setup using a traditional base plate that sits on your desk. And it has the 75mm and 100mm VESA mounts, so it's compatible with any monitor. Holds up to 24-inch monitors up to 25 pounds each, so it's incredibly heavy duty. And if you get the telescoping arms, it says it supports up to 26-inch monitors. So no 30s for you guys that have a lot more money than me, but 24s I think is actually quite large enough. It goes, you know, that's a full-size keyboard, and it goes way, way, way out past that. So that really is the finishing touches on the review. Just letting you guys know that I do think it's worth it after spending time with it. That there has been no flaws with it. I haven't seen any problems with it. It's just been standing there doing its thing, and every day I sit down and work on my computer, I'm happy to have it here. So once again, I do want to say thank you to Mounted Concepts for making it possible for me to have this. It is something that I would not have gotten if I wouldn't have won it, simply. And since I did win it and I enjoy it so much, I just wanted to share the word that I do think this is something anybody with a multi-monitor setup should probably consider at some point in time, because I do think you'll be happier with it than you would be without it. So I hope the review was useful for you guys, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, you can see what comes next by subscribing to my channel, and if you would like, please give my video a thumbs up.